What is going on, everyone? Welcome to G-Ball Vision. Today I have a new knife here to share with you guys, and this is coming in from RikeKnife. I'm excited about this one. I have checked out an older version of this knife here, and if you're not familiar with Rike and Couture, they put out some of the best futuristic knife designs in the entire industry. They also have some of, if not the best machining in the knife industry, and this is going to be on full display here with the Thor 6, and this has been through several different iterations. I will have this linked down below in the description of the video. I always recommend going over to their website just to browse, if nothing else. They have an awesome catalog of knives over there. And look at this interesting handle. It really reminds me of the Alien series that they did, which we can take a look at that here in a moment because I have it sitting right here, actually. And it is kind of reminiscent of that Alien knife, which is another knife from Rike and Couture. They are sister companies, but they do knives under each brand. So let's get this blade out here. We're looking at an upgrade from the original Thor to this one. This is going to be sporting M390 instead of 154 cm, and we have Rike and Couture's typical polished, blasted finish here that they do. It looks really good, and it does take wear and tear very good. We have a nice sharpening choil here, very well done, and I love all the intricate milling and machining that's been done on this knife. And I always say, you know, the designs from Rike and Couture might not be for everyone. They won't be for everyone, that is for certain. But no matter what, the knives themselves are just really, really cool. Just that's the end of it. They're really cool. Whether they're for you or not, they are really cool and really well done knives. Now, the flipper tab on this is absolutely money. Holy smokes. We have really, really good access to the lock bar there. They chamfer that, and they throw some jimping on there as to give that easy access and comfort to get to. Man, this is really, really well done. They just, every time I handle something from Rike or Couture, I'm just a little bit more astonished than the last time. And that's, I love the fact that they're willing to do some different things, do some different designs, and they go all out on those designs. They don't leave any detail or any stone unturned. Are there some refinements that some of the knives could go through that would make them even better? Yes, I think there are certain things with certain knives, but, you know, they're not trying to necessarily make, you know, the hardest use worker type knife. They are going for more, as far as a collector, I would say these are collector's knives, enthusiast knives, more so than they are, you know, your basic utilitarian design. But with all that being said, these knives are still going to perform if you need them, you know, in a cutting situation. I don't know how many people are, you know, going out there and buying a knife like this and beating the hell out of it, but there are people out there who do that. And if you wanted to take this knife out and beat on it, you most certainly could. Not going to, I don't think, give this knife any trouble whatsoever. We're looking at 3 3/8 of cutting edge, and we're looking at 3 5/8 of total blade. And this bad boy's coming down there around 8 1/4. No kidding. We'll put up a couple of comparison knives here. We have the Benchmade Bug Out up top, and then we have the Kaiser Drop Bear on the bottom. And you'll see this knife is quite a bit longer than both of those. And we have the Vosteed Raccoon Bowie up top there, and the Kaiser Militao here on the bottom. And it's going to be a little bit larger than the Militao, but I would say if you have a Militao, the full size, it is going to be directly in line with that. And the next thing we're going to do here is check this pocket clip retention and see what it looks like here. First initial ramp, good retention there. Easy up to the top there, and you'll have a little tiny bit there poking out of the pocket, which is a standard milled clip. Love that they went with the hidden hardware here, and that is going to look pretty damn clean in the pocket. They even threw a little bit of extra machining here on the pocket clip to kind of go with the flow of the knife. Man, nice little lanyard hole down here for the lanyard fans. That'll give you something to grab a hold of here and pull this out of the pocket. And really good retention there on the way out. Let's go ahead and we'll get a weight on this thing. And I have been, well, I got a good one the other day, but I've about 3 out of 4. I haven't been so hot with the guessing here. This has tons of milling in it. And we are looking at an integral here, which I haven't brought up, but that is certainly going to add cost to this knife. Being a single piece of titanium, that is going to add a little bit instead of the 2-piece or sandwich construction that 98% of knives are. That integral frame is going to take so much more machine time. It's just going to cost more to do. Love that they have the custom pivot there on the show side. As far as the weight goes, this thing don't weigh a whole lot, but it has a little heft to it. I don't know, 3.5. Oh, I was gonna 3.3 and 92 grams. I always do that to myself. I was gonna say 3.2, 3.3, then at the last second I changed my mind. Thickest part here of the handle is coming in at 0.51. Let's check our blade stock thickness here and see what we are looking at. Try to get the thickest part here. And we're looking at a steady 130 there for our blade stock thickness. We'll go ahead and check our behind the edge thickness here. Try to get a resembling a decent reading here. And we're looking at about 21.5. Very standard behind the edge. But let's see how this thing cuts out of the box. And we have our standard telephone book paper here. And let's see how this fella cuts out of the box. And I was trying to rack my brain. I haven't had a single Katuo yet that has had any type of issue. They've all come out of the box nice and sharp. We haven't had any lockup issues. Just a really, really solid company. And, you know, I admittedly am not as familiar with them as I am a lot of other companies. I really was just introduced to Rike and Katuo within the last year for certain, more like the last 6 months or so. And, man, they have just surprised me every turn of the way. Let's check our lockup there, and we're looking at about 30% or so, I would say. Good access there. We have no pivot lashing. Our detent is really solid in there, guys. We aren't looking at any detent lash. Let's go ahead and we'll check up and down play. I don't feel any, and I don't feel any side to side either. Man, that thing is going to drop really, really nice. They have, if you collect Katuos or get into collecting them, they have, if you grab certain knives like I showed the Alien off, they really complement each other in the way of a collection. Let's go ahead and we'll see what this lock here is made up of. And I don't think we're going to have any trouble. This thing is beautiful. And that flipper tab works really, really good. A couple of lighter taps up towards the tip there. A couple of medium taps there towards the middle. And a couple of harder taps there towards the tang. And we'll run this thing through our normal checks after the fact here. Check our detent. Very good. No pivot lashing. We'll open this up and check up and down and side to side. Don't feel any play in there. And as far as our action is concerned, I don't believe anything has changed there. Free flowing, free dropping, and nice and stout on that detent. For me personally, this thing is a master thumb flicker, and I would say the best deployment on this knife is going to be that rear flipper. This feels like it is tuned for that, which means that that's a good thing. It's got a stronger detent to it. The thumb flick, though, is money. The reverse flick is good as well, fingertip or nail. You can really dig into this thing. And then that flipper tab, it's flared up at the last minute there. They put a couple of jimps, and that thing just works really, really good. And the closing action, like I said, really, really nice. This is a cool design right here that could definitely be used. It's going to be fully functional. It's going to be very comfortable. It does have this ribbing here, this machining, but I'm telling you what, that's going to act like a full-length backspacer there, and that is going to be comfortable. Even if I squeeze the hell out of this thing, that is going to be nice and comfortable in the hand. And then you have this kind of machining slash jimping up here. Doesn't give a ton of grip, but it's a nice comfortable place to put your thumb here or here. So very, very nice. And I'm pretty sure, or almost positive, they have several different colors and schemes that you can get with this knife, at least a couple. Like I said, I will have them linked down below. You guys will have to let me know, what do you think of the new Thor here? Love hearing from you guys. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. That helps push the video out there to more people. If you're new to my channel and you enjoy this type of content, you're in the right place. Make sure you subscribe, because I release daily videos just like this. I'll pop up a couple of new videos on your screen. Go check one of them out for me. Have yourself an awesome day. Thank you all again for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.